All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Sunday evening. How's everybody doing? Do you all have a good weekend? We're getting ready for the week ahead, which is going to be broken up by the Christmas holiday. We'll see what happens though. I think we're going to have a good Monday trading day. Tuesday, things will probably quiet down, and Christmas Day, of course, usually don't have a lot of trading action as well, but we'll get into that later. Right now, what I want to do today is I want to talk about keeping your Dogecoin safe. And I will get to the chat and your questions. If you can just wait about 15 minutes, we'll get to that because I want to get through the content first. For those who are rewatching this as a video, this is important content. Of course, all my live streams end up being videos on my channel. You can always rewatch them. So it's been up and down. Doge has just been up and down, up and down. We zoom out to the hourly, and it's just been sideways here. Kind of drifting downwards a little bit, but we're looking at support right here, about 30.5 cents or so. So that's the current state of Doge right now. Again, on Friday, we did have the dip down to 26.26, but recovered very well up to 35 cents. And so we are in this range. Bitcoin as well had dipped down to 92, traded up back over 99, but then traded back into 94.6 where it is now. So Doge kind of just following Bitcoin right now. That's about all that's really going on. So we will have the Doge chart on in the background, and we will be taking another look at that. But first, overall, what are we looking at? We're looking at profit taking before Christmas. Profit taking before Christmas has happened in the past 2 years, where we have had a 2022, we had the price of Bitcoin trading up to about 18,400. And then there was profit taking going into Christmas, where Bitcoin dropped down to about 16,800 at Christmas time. The same thing happened 2023, last year, where Bitcoin traded up from about 37K to 44K, and then we had profit taking again after Christmas, price accelerating up. Again, in 2023, this was really the beginning of the bull cycle for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin traded from 16.6, just all the way up 19K, 20K, and just kept going up from there, like midway through January. And then again in 2024, accelerating up from dipping at 42 up to 48. And that's again just in January. So what's going on right now? Well, we have a run up and then profit taking. Again, the same thing happened this year. So I'm not betting against this trend. Not betting against this trend. And Ali says the TD sequential, this TD sequential indicator, presents a buy signal on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Buy. The indicators are saying buy. So this is the dip. Now it's time to buy going into Christmas, and we could see Bitcoin accelerate as well. And then finally, Crypto Rover, again, looking at when is the top in? When is the top in? Somewhere around 275 days after the halving. 4-year cycles. And so we've got a long ways to go in this cycle. So overall, that's kind of what the big picture is. Again, Doge is just hanging out. As I posted here from Trader Allen, 4 years ago, January 2021, we had those two big pumps. Are we going to have two big pumps in Doge in 2025? Again, the 4-year cycle is still in play for Doge. After a late December 2020 uptrend, Doge took off in January 2021. Could the same thing happen in January 2025? Amazing how trading patterns can repeat. So I'm not selling right now. I'm not selling right now while this is still to come. And I'm thinking it will. So that's where I am. We've got the Doge father here. Elon said yes when it comes to like the Doge father in reference to Doge, of course, the Department of Government Efficiency, but still Dogecoin is going to be looking out for this, as well as the Elon actually posted this Doge symbol logo with the dog on it. Will this become the logo for the Department of Government Efficiency? Will it have a dog on it? It's looking more and more like that's going to happen. So all of those things are good for Dogecoin. And then also, if you guys didn't see, we also have Crypto, the super dog. Yes, Crypto, the super dog, is going to be in the Superman movie, the new Superman movie this summer. And Crypto with a K, Crypto makes an appearance. So I thought that was cool as well. Crypto helping out Superman. So it's all about dogs and crypto and Dogecoin and all of that happening. That's all very cool. So that's what we're going to start with. But what I want to talk about today is it's a holiday season, right? It's the holiday season, but not everybody is going to be nice. There are going to be some naughty people out there. And those naughty people are the hackers. They're the hackers. And they want to get your crypto. They want to get your Doge. And so what can we do about that? We're going to talk about Santa Rally tomorrow night, RKT, okay? That's going to be tomorrow night's live stream. Is all going to be about Santa Rally, Christmas. It's going to be our pre-Christmas holiday live stream. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? Now we're going to talk about keeping your crypto safe. Rob at Digital Asset News had a live stream earlier today where someone he knows very well had over $1 million worth of crypto sucked out of wallets, exchanges. Not good. So they got a hold of something with him. And again, he says he didn't click on anything. Well, you never know, right? These hackers are really good. So we want to talk about keeping your Doge safe. The hackers are out in force, and more we're hearing of people that are losing their crypto to hackers. So we'll talk about crypto hardware devices, cold storage wallets. We'll talk about hot or soft storage wallets. We'll talk about vulnerabilities in your phone. We'll talk about two-factor authentication. So implementing security measures. First, regularly update any software. Use reliable, regulated exchanges. And I know some of you are degens and you're going to go and do some swaps and airdrops and things like that. There are good ways to do them and bad ways to do them. We'll talk about that. There are a lot of scams. Avoid public Wi-Fi. Verify wallet addresses before sending funds to make sure that you're sending to the right place. All of those things we will talk about. So methods to protect your crypto. Again, we're going to talk about even having a password manager. Like how do you keep all of your passwords straight, right? Because everything has a different password, and then some sites make you actually change your password often, and you can't have the same password for everything. So you should have a password manager. And Of course, have a password on the password manager too. That's the only one you really need to remember, is that one. Don't write it down anywhere. Don't put it in your notes app or on a Google Cloud Drive or anything like that. Two-factor authentication. We'll talk about good things about 2FA and potential risks with 2FA as well. We will talk about using a cold storage wallet and tips to protect your crypto. So there's also scams out there, the phishing scams. So we'll start with that, phishing scams. These are pretty much a lot of emails or direct messages that have links in them. Don't ever click them. Just don't ever click them. Do not engage. Do not, even if it looks like it's something you might be interested, find another way to find out more about whatever that thing is talking about, not clicking that link. Because you don't know what happens once you click that link. You don't know. And especially here we are, like in the bull market, everybody's portfolios just about are up. Some of you have a lot of crypto in there. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make a mistake. So always confirm any URLs, check non-standard, or if there's some odd characters that are in there. So those are the phishing scams, just particularly emails and direct messages. And then we can talk about like Telegram and Discord. That's where the hackers, like that's where they go phishing more than anything else, is Discord and Telegram. I do not even have Telegram and Discord accounts. I'm not interested in that. I just don't want to go anywhere near there. Not doing it. And I get emails from all of these like different exchanges. They want me to like be an affiliate with them. And it's always, reach me on Telegram at ... And I'm like, yeah, no. No, not going to not clicking on any link to Telegram or anything, not doing it. Just be careful. There's this other thing about these fake wallets. You just got to be careful on sort of working with crypto in any way, particularly airdrops. If you've got to send somebody some crypto to get something back, you should really think about, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Am I going to put my crypto at risk? You should think about that. Ponzi schemes, you guys know what those are. That Pi network thing is still around. You really want to get into that. That's a pyramid scheme if there ever was one. So just do your research on these things. Impersonators, there's a ton of that. The biggest ones are on YouTube, where there's these live streams that have Elon on them or Michael Saylor, and they have QR codes on there. If any YouTube live stream has a QR code on it, don't interact with it. Do not point your phone anywhere near that QR code. Just report it and then get away. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Giveaways and airdrops. So, and I know people want free stuff. You want free crypto. So here's what you do. Don't use your main wallet. Just open a new one. In fact, download a completely different, like if you use MetaMask for everything, just download Trust Wallet. Create a new wallet on a new app that's far away from the rest of your crypto. And then use that maybe to get your airdrop. Keep it away from all of your other crypto. If you've got like $100,000 worth of meme coins sitting on a MetaMask wallet, why would you even point that thing to something else? I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. So, and then there's malware out there. Again, most of that is going to come through through emails or direct messages in any which way that they come. So again, just be careful on what you click on. If you're working on a PC or a Mac, keep all your antivirus software updated. And of course, refrain from downloading not just suspicious files or just any file. Do not download files, because the file what it looks like might be something else. One of the things they use is like, you think it's like a PDF, and you download the PDF, and it turns out it's an exe file or it's a screensaver file, and that starts interacting with your PC, and all of a sudden they're in your computer. Better to just not. Better to just not. So this is Edgy, and Edgy a couple years ago had this great thread about the basics on what are your keys and seed phrases. It's basically the same thing. So a wallet, like a ledger here, will have a seed phrase, and it's like 12 words or 24 words, depending on what kind you have. And any wallet that is self-custody, like even Trust Wallet or MetaMask Wallet, you will have at least a 12-word phrase. So what do you do with that 12-word phrase? Do you take a picture of it with your phone? Or do you write it down in your Notes app? Or do you write it onto your Google Cloud, right? Type it in, right? Be in my Google Cloud, maybe email it to yourself, right? For safekeeping, right? No. Don't do any of that. Don't do any of that. Do not have any digital copy of it. Just get a pen or pencil and a piece of paper, write the words down, take that piece of paper and put it somewhere safe. No digital copies of it. Even a photo of it, don't do it. Don't do it. Because that's your lifeline to your crypto sitting on a hardware device, particularly cold storage. And if any hacker gets those 12 or 24 words of yours, they can just create a new wallet on whatever, doesn't matter, doesn't even have to be Ledger. They have your 12 words or 24 words, they can create a new wallet and say, I'm going to recover, put in those words, and then they have your crypto. So that's the first thing, is that. Now, do you want to do a hardware wallet or do you want to do a soft wallet? And there's advantages and disadvantages. So I use Ledger right now, and I am an affiliate of Ledger, but I also use it as well. Again, I only talk to you guys about things that I actually use. I do have, this is my Nano S Plus right here that I have, and they are still having this holiday gift of giving out Bitcoin with every purchase. Basically, it's a rebate. You get your box in it has a card, that comes with your wallet, and the card tells you where to go in order to claim your free Bitcoin. So a Nano X will get you $40 worth of Bitcoin. A Nano S Plus will get you $30 of Bitcoin. So some people have already done that and have told me that it all works. It's great. And that's how I initially bought mine a couple of years ago, was the same exact way. There was one of these holiday deals. I got the Nano S Plus and I got my Bitcoin. At the time when I got my Bitcoin's price was about $16,000, $17,000 for my $30 of Bitcoin. And of course, it's gone up like a 5x. Bitcoin has gone up a 5x since I bought my Ledger and got my $30 of Bitcoin. So that is turned into the equivalent of $150, which means my Ledger was free plus extra. Not guaranteed that price of Bitcoin is going to go up like that still, but it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. So that's a hardware wallet. Now, also the other thing with this is Ledger has this thing called Ledger Live, and Ledger Live is the app, right? And it's an app on a computer or a phone I don't even touch it with my phone. I only use my computer, and I only use Ledger Live whenever I need to transfer on or transfer off my hardware. That's it. I don't trade on Ledger Live. I don't do swaps on Ledger Live. I do not do airdrops. I do not do staking. I don't want this thing anywhere near something going on. And this guy told Rob, the guy who lost $1 million plus, he was staking Solana off his ledger. Now, we don't know if that was an avenue that they got in as well. Could be. I do not do any staking. The staking I do is on a separate wallet called an Exodus wallet. And the Exodus wallet is an app, so it's not a hardware wallet. It's called a soft wallet. But again, I don't do the app on my phone. I actually do it on an old laptop of mine, separate from my main computer that I use for most of my other crypto stuff. And it's an old laptop, and so I set up the Exodus wallet on that, and that's where I have my Algorand, my Cardano, my VeChain. Those are the ones that I'm staking. So I move them there, and the staking all works fine. And I don't even have to interact with it. It's just there. I check it every once in a while, just to make sure everything's okay. So that's one form of a soft wallet. The other is an app that's on your phone, like a Trust Wallet. So Trust Wallet is an app, works on your phone. We'll talk about two-factor authentication in a little bit. Of course, that's the main thing. But not only two-factor authentication for Trust Wallet itself, but two-factor authentication for your phone as well. And if do Face ID, do fingerprints, whatever you need to do on top of just typing in your little PIN. Again, this is all about keeping your Dogecoin, keeping your crypto. And it's worth it to do a little bit extra effort just to stay away from the hackers and the scammers. So one thing about hardware wallets, your coins are not actually stored on the hardware device. Your coins are on the public ledger. They're on a blockchain. Your wallet and hardware device are keys to get access to your coins. That's all it is. It's an app. Each coin that is held on your hardware device it's just a little app that's put on here. And that app points to the blockchain and says, hey, that Dogecoin over there, that's this guy's. This guy owns that Dogecoin. That's really what the hardware is, what the wallet is. There's no actual coins there. So people ask, like, what if you lose your wallet? That's like, okay, I don't care. As long as I have my seed phrase, I can recover it. Also with Ledger, I do not use their backup, the recover, which you have to pay some monthly fee for. Do not enable that. Don't use it. Take responsibility for your seed phrase. Write it down. Don't pay for that. Ledger got a lot of grief for that. I think Ledger is trying to make their devices more user-friendly. And you would think we're getting into that part of crypto where it should be easier to use, and some things have gotten easier. Certainly exchanges have gotten easier to use. Number of wallets have, but those hackers, they just get smarter and smarter every year. So be careful. Be careful. So if your ledger gets lost, you have access to your coins as long as you have your seed phrase. It's as simple as that. So what do you buy? Buy a ledger. Nano S Plus is what I use. Get it directly from the website. Do not buy from Amazon. Do not buy from Best Buy. Do not buy from any other resellers because they could compromise the device. They could open up the package, write down the seed phrase themselves, repackage it, and then send it off. And then they wait a little while, right? And then they check out whether anything has been put on there by doing their own recovery of your wallet, but they also have the seed phrase. So don't do that. So don't do that. So how do I use a hardware wallet to DeFi? I don't. You don't. Most hot wallets will allow you to connect with the device. So MetaMask or whatever, right? You could do all of that. But DeFi and hardware wallets, no. Again, make a new wallet. There's enough new soft wallets out there that it's just easy to just create a new one and then do your airdrop or do your DeFi work using that. And then once you have whatever it is you're getting, then you can move that stuff to a different wallet for safekeeping. So Ledger also has this new thing called a 25th word. This is an advanced feature. So not only do you have 24 words, but you can add a 25th word as well, which is an extra precaution. So this is a new thing that they have, is this sort of passphrase of creating a secret new word. So if you've heard about that, Ledger does offer that as well. So your seed phrase, don't store them on a Dropbox. Don't store them on a USB stick. Don't store them on a password manager. Don't take a photo of them. Don't do any of that. Write your seed phrases down. So, where to hide your seed phrase? That's up to you. You can put it in a safety deposit box. This guy says that they're not safe, but I think it is. I think it's easier just to find a hiding place in your house somewhere, apartment somewhere. There's enough. I mean, it's just a piece of paper with some words on it, right? You can stick it in a book. You can stick it in, I mean, lots of places you can put it. So, all right. Two-factor authentication. Google's Authenticator app. Highly recommended. Do not use SMS authentication. SMS is the little text that you get, right? The reason you don't want to use SMS is because if someone does a SIM swap with your phone, and then they go into like Coinbase and you just have SMS here, or Robinhood has SMS, and that's all you have, then they go to transfer your crypto, and then the little SMS thing comes up. Well, they've got a SIM card for you, from you, then they get the same thing. And they can then verify whatever it is they're doing on their end, and they don't need you. So don't use that. So no, yes, use Google Authenticator. Now, one thing about Google Authenticator, though, there is one thing you need to check. And for all you guys out there now, just open up your phone. Just go ahead, open up your phone, and then go to your Google Authenticator app. Just go to your Google Authenticator app. Now, in the upper right-hand corner of your Google Authenticator app, right next to your little face logo, there's going to be a little cloud there. There's going to be a little cloud there. That cloud is probably this little green cloud that has a check mark next to it, right? That's what most people have. It's a little cloud with a green cloud with a check mark on it. That is not good, because that means your authenticator codes are being stored on the cloud. They're being stored on the cloud. So what you want to see is this little gray cloud with a line through it. That's what you want to see, is that little gray cloud with a line through it. That means your authenticator codes are not coming from the cloud, because you don't want that. Can I help you, cat? Pax cat is in the house. I'm busy. I'm busy. I know, I'm busy. Can you see I'm doing something here? Yeah, move along, cat. Move along. There we go. Good job. He just comes at the random times. All right. Now, if you want to change that little cloud from green to gray. How to disable the cloud sync. It's basically syncing, right? You launch the Authenticator app, you tap your profile, you tap your little profile picture, and then you tap on use without an account. Use without an account. And that's it. And then it's not tied to your Google account, your Gmail. Because your Gmail, that's another way that the hackers can get in and get to everything. As soon as they get into your Gmail, guess what they do? They change the password. And now you don't have access to your own Gmail account. That's like one of the first things they do if they do SIM swaps. You don't want your Google Authenticator tied to that. When they do a SIM swap, they can't access Authenticator. So that's why Google Authenticator is good. All right, just a few more things we got to cover here. A few more things. Transact on a separate device. I can't say it enough. All these people ask me questions. Can I buy and sell on Ledger Live? Why? Why would you do that? Because I don't want to pay a fee for transferring crypto. Okay, you're going to have $100,000 worth of crypto and you're concerned about a $10 transfer fee. Buy an exchange. You actually get a better price on the exchange than you do on Ledger Live, because Ledger Live is not an actual exchange. If you use Coinbase, you'll get a better price when you buy your crypto. Yeah, you pay a little fee on Coinbase as well, but you can do the same thing on Robinhood. You can buy it on Robinhood. There's no fee. Don't always get the best price, but you bought it on Robinhood, and then you can transfer it to your Ledger or other wallet. You transact on a separate device. So again, I use this on a computer. When I buy on Robinhood, I'm doing it on my phone, separate device, transacting. Okay? This guy owns a separate laptop for his transactions. I use a separate old laptop for my Exodus wallet. Again, it's just, you want to keep your Doge in your crypto, right? In case my main laptop gets compromised, all they can steal is my whatever you've got on your laptop, but you're actually interacting with your hardware wallet somewhere else, not there. So again, just to keep everything safe. Whatever operating system you're using, whether it's a Mac or a Windows, update. Every time there are security updates, update. Always update. Your iOS on your phone, if you've got the iPhone, update. Every security update every time. I know it's a pain. Update. The more secure your OS is, the harder it's going to be for the hackers to get in. Now, he's got this thing about VPN. I don't use VPNs, but he's saying use a VPN. Probably the best time and the only time I would recommend using a VPN if you're somewhere with a public Wi-Fi. If you got to interact with something and all you can do is like you're in an airport or you're in a train station or somewhere and there's a public Wi-Fi available, you should have a VPN for that. But in your home, you shouldn't need it. So firewall software, again, that's on a PC or a Mac. Just make sure you've got something just to help keep the hackers out. Limit smart contract spending. Again, I don't do any of this stuff. I don't do protocols. I don't do anything of that. I miss out on stuff. Sure. I miss out on airdrops. I miss out on liquidity, farming, like all that stuff. Again, I've got a lot of crypto. Farming small bits, it's not worth risking the security of my crypto. So definitely watch out for fake sites. Again, they're all over the internet. They're all over the phones, like anything you can get to. There are fake sites. Be careful what you interact with. Again, you want to keep your crypto safe. Do that. Keep your funds off central exchanges. Now, unless you're a trader or some portion of your crypto you want to trade with, that's all you should keep on exchanges. If you're going to do some swing trading or something like that. But if you're holding for at least a few months minimum or more for years, why would you leave your crypto sitting on an exchange? Even Robinhood. Yeah, people have said, well, what's wrong with Robinhood? Well, Robinhood has phishing attacks too. The hackers are targeting Robinhood users. And as soon as you click on a link, all of a sudden they can get into your Robinhood account. That can happen too. So be careful with that. You can buy coins from central exchanges, but send them to your wallet as soon as possible. That way, not your keys, not your coins, meaning when you buy on Robinhood and your Doge is just sitting there in your Robinhood account, that's not your Dogecoin, that's Robinhood's Dogecoin. And you have just bought against the price, but you didn't actually buy the Dogecoins themselves until you transfer them. And Robinhood allows you to transfer. So you transfer it to a crypto hardware device that you have the keys to. Now it's your Doge. Now it's your Doge. Other places, Telegram and Discord. Discord is just, it's a haven for the hackers and the scammers. Telegram too. I mean, they're making away with so much money there that I just decided, nope, I'm not even joining Discord. I used to have a Discord. I just don't anymore. Not worth it. And I know some other YouTubers, they've got some great information. You know, Tom Crown's got his Discord, and I'm just like, you know, I'll watch his videos. You know, I'll watch his live streams, but I don't need that extra going to a Discord. I just don't even want to be tempted on anything there. Especially be careful of email phishing attacks. They look so real. It looks like Coinbase is contacting you. Coinbase is not going to contact you. They're just not. It's hard enough to get a hold of them if you have a problem, you know. You try to get help from Coinbase and it's practically non-existent. They're not going to email you stuff. So, and anything that is in an email, anything that you click on could take you to a scam site. So be very careful about that. Now, transferring. Some people are a little hesitant about transferring crypto. Like you're going to transfer from Coinbase to your wallet. Let's say you bought 100,000 Dogecoin, and all right, I got that 100,000 Doge sitting in my Coinbase account, you know, on the exchange, just bought it. I want to keep it for safekeeping. You don't have to transfer all 100,000 Doge in one shot to your wallet. It is recommended that you just transfer some small little bit, like maybe 20 Doge, right? You just bought 100,000 Doge. So transfer 20 Doge to your wallet and just make sure it goes through. Make sure you're using the right address and it all goes through. And then you can transfer the rest on a second. It's not going to cost you very. Doge is so easy to transfer. The fees are so low. They're almost non-existent. So do it in 2 transfers. Do a test transfer first. Again, you don't want to transfer to the wrong wallet because then you've lost your Doge. So just to be careful, make sure the addresses match. There are viruses that can hijack your clipboard. That's right. There are viruses that can hijack your clipboard. So when you copy the address from your wallet and then you go and you put it into Coinbase, maybe it's not the same thing because you've got some virus or malware on your computer that you're working with. You want to verify. I usually verify the first 5 or 6 letter number and then the last 5 or 6 letter numbers just to check and make sure. that it's exactly the same. Dusting attacks. Have you ever received unknown tokens out of nowhere into your wallet? Has that ever happened to you? They're trying to trick you into interacting with it. There could be malicious code in the smart contracts. If there's something that shows up in your wallet that shouldn't be there, ignore it. Just ignore it. And then there's more stuff about contracts, revoking contracts. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't really use DeFi. Again, that's just me. And then there's social engineering, of course, right? There's those pretty young girls on X Twitter, right? You can tell the accounts a mile away that they're not really looking for a relationship. No, they are not. They're looking for your money. They're looking for your crypto. They don't care about you. Right? The pig butchering scams. Remember, you've heard about those, right? And they can go for weeks and months, buttering you up, thinking that they're creating some kind of relationship with you. But in the end, they're going to try and get you to like download a piece of software or try out this exchange, or it's my uncle who runs this crypto exchange that's been making, 100% profits guaranteed every week. And you're like, oh, I need to try that out. Sure. No. 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 The fake YouTube live streams, talked about that a little bit ago. There's so much of this going on. YouTube, Google doesn't do hardly a thing about it. Eventually, when it gets reported enough, maybe they find it and they shut it down. Usually they're stealing other people's YouTube accounts through like Gmail accounts, right? They'll get a Gmail account that has a YouTube channel. As soon as they do that, they've got your YouTube channel. They change it to be a Michael Saylor or an Elon Musk. They even had a Jackson Palmer one for a while. That's right. They were playing an old Jackson Palmer interview from like 2017. And this was just last year. And it was all about Dogecoin. And there's a little QR code that they were saying that you'd be able to get free Dogecoin. There's no free. A fake customer support. Again, Discord, Telegram, be careful. So that's what I wanted to cover. I'll be glad to answer any questions here. Again, the Doge is down to 30 cents again. Someone's asking, like, why is it going down? Again, this is pre-Christmas. It happens pre-Christmas. But again, it's after that dip to 26, we recovered up and we're just kind of hanging out. This isn't a dump. There's nothing like that going on right now. But I think tomorrow, Monday, with the stock trading, if the stocks have a good day, crypto will have a good day. Just waiting on that right now. So, yes, Nocturnal. Those fake YouTube live streams also have bots. There's a lot of bots there. And there's a lot of bots in like the comments on my videos as well. The bots are there. And I do everything I can to keep the bots out. They show up with new names and new scam coins that they're promoting. So I have to go in and I've got to block more and more of these odd words, XAI 401k. It's like, okay, that's now blocked. And now all the new ones that come in, right, all are blocked. But then they'll change it to some other number. That's all scam. Anything that says XAI with numbers and letters, it's a scam. Don't ever click on it. Don't ever look at it. Don't ever search it. It's fake. Now I tell you. Yeah. Going from wallet to wallet is harder to track your buy-sell ratio. Yes, it is. But Again, I use these spreadsheets for all of my crypto purchases. And then when I transfer from like Robinhood to Ledger, I note that on my spreadsheet so I know where all those coins are, and I keep track of it. And I know what my averages are, when I bought it, at what price, how much, all that. That's all in my spreadsheets. Be careful with transferring. Exchanges need to keep all that info about your buy and sell price. Nope. You are responsible for your buy and sell price, not an exchange. And I talked about that the other week with my crypto tax video. It's like you are responsible for keeping track of every crypto that you buy. Make a note of where it was bought from. Make a note on it where it got transferred to. That's your responsibility, not the exchanges. And then when you transfer back to the exchange isn't going to know that's the same crypto that you bought before. So they're not going to know what to put on a 1099 form for your taxes. But you'll already know because you have it all in your spreadsheet. Leverage bets going on again, always. It's just a nonstop thing. Is the leverage, the constant leverage trading that's going on. So again, I answered how long the dip is going to be going on earlier. Again, it's like we've got a little selling going on, and that happens. Profit taking happens before every Christmas. It has happened. 2022, 2023, and here we are in 2024, same thing going on. But look what happened. 2022 into 2023, price took off. Look what happened. 2023 into 2024, price took off. Is this going to be any different? Sure, we have these heat maps, right? And the heat maps always have more leverage trades below that can be liquidated. Happens all the time. It depends on how big they are, what kind of leverage they're using, and whether, in my opinion, the exchanges and the market makers want to go after it or not. If it's juicy enough for them to go after, they'll go after it and they'll drop the price. That's what we saw here. That's what we saw here. Thursday, Friday, these big drops took out billions of dollars of leverage. Billions of dollars. Yes, those asking about Robinhood and the New York laws. Yeah, you can't transfer from Robinhood. So if you're buying in New York and you're using Robinhood, you just have to keep your coins and tokens in your Robinhood account and just follow all the rules that I said earlier about being careful about all your emails, all your messages. Just don't click on things. The hacker asked me to download remote desktop. Wow. Well, there's a good sign of like something not to do. Sorry if you lost there. Sorry. People aren't panic selling right now, J. King. This isn't panic selling we had last week. and we had some people talking about it during the live streams and commenting on video that like somebody sold all their Doge at 27 cents here on Friday. And now Doge is back up to 31 cents and they're wondering what to do. And I'm just like, well, if you believe in Dogecoin, these drops that are happening to clear out leverage shouldn't frighten you. If you believe in the bigger picture of Doge, the bigger future of what Doge is, these are just temporary little things. And in the grander scheme of things, you're not even going to remember this, except for the time you sold all your Dogecoin at 27 cents in the middle of a bull market. Because we're still overall in a bull market, I believe. And as I showed, I still think we have this coming up. So we've got to get rid of or get past the red candle down to get to the new, bigger green candles that are going to go up. Overall, we're still in a bull market, and we're not even into 2025 yet. Adam, on the Google Authenticator, you just changed yours to a gray cloud. Exactly. Most people don't know that. So awesome. Is it normal for Leisure to ask for your, or Ledger to ask for your bank or a selfie to verify your identity? No. No. Yes, Adam. When you buy Ledger from their website, it ships from France. Yes, it does. All right. I'm not going to go back up further for older comments so I can keep up with the questions that are going on right now. Okay. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Did you tear up on that John Williams theme? No, I didn't. It's just music. What are we talking about now, Devilmon? We're talking about keeping your Dogecoin safe and now answering any questions you guys have. Any questions at all. Yep, you've seen comments with 500 likes on those XAI coin scams. I know. It's all bots. It's all bots. Thank you, Tim. Are you blocked from comments, Mr. Radio? Shouldn't be. I know those bot networks are amazing how they work. And I still can't believe that Google YouTube can't find a way to like identify when all of a sudden like 100 comments show up in a minute on a video, all about the same thing, that they can't flag that. Judah Bagalo wants to go to Mexico. Come on, Doge. Doge is going to be around for a long, long, long time. So not just 5 years. The blockchain is out there and it's producing Dogecoin every minute of every day and will continue to do so until, I don't know, there's no more electricity. I don't know. It just keeps going. The market, markets go up and down. So yeah, over the past 2 days, it's kind of drifted slowly down a little bit, but it's still in a range and it's hanging. DZ getting irritated with the YouTube pumpers. I know. I don't know how they do it with a straight face. I really don't. How can they just be saying the same thing over and over again, day after day, week after week, when obviously that's not what's happening? And they continue to even push the same lies that aren't true. They don't care. As long as they get the views, they get the subs, right? They don't care. I can't do that. I just can't do that. Thank you, Damien. Appreciate it. Exactly, Tim. We always switch around on different time frames. And if you take Dogecoin and you go to the daily, we just had this huge run in November. And so this retrace was only half of that gain So overall, that pullback, almost expected that it was going to come. Almost expected we'd get a pullback. We just didn't know when it was going to happen, but we knew there'd be a pullback. Again, we were talking about this last week with the big Bitcoin pullbacks during bull markets in the previous 4-year cycles that were much worse than the one we're in right now. So this isn't too bad overall. But there are some of you that were buying up here at 47, 48 cents. I've heard from you. I get it. You weren't, again, it's not financial advice, but I tell you what I do, and I don't buy on big green candles. So you were buying on a big green candle, and that's not the time to buy cryptocurrency, in my opinion. I like to buy on the red candles when the price is going down on dips. Otherwise, you're FOMOing, you're chasing something up, and more times than not, you're going to be bag holding for a little while. In the long run, buying Doge at 47 cents will probably be okay when Doge is up at 70 or 80 cents or whatever, and then you're back in profit. Just don't be doing that like in the middle of 2025, because then you might actually be buying the top, like those that bought at 70 cents in 2021 and are still waiting for the price to get back up there almost 4 years later. We've seen many big dips since 2021. Right, and I get that. I know a lot of you didn't have money during the bear market, or you weren't paying attention, you were doing other stuff, and now here you are wondering if Doge is going to drop back down to 10 cents so you can buy some cheap Doge. And I'm like, you could have bought 10-cent Dogecoin right here. Oh, let me get that out of the way. You could have bought it right here in October. You could have bought 10-cent Dogecoin right here in October. That wasn't that long ago. So I'm not hoping for Dogecoin to drop back down to 10 cents so that you all can buy more Doge at a cheap price. You had plenty of opportunity all summer long to buy cheap Doge. I just want it to go up now. I don't know what Ridge Wallet is, Panda. I don't know what Ridge Wallet is. Yeah, Doge is kind of keeping even tonight. The bull run is over, CPAR thinks. Not if you follow the 4-year cycles, it's not over. On January 1st, I'll be making a video about January and all of 2025. So you have to wait till then. What happened to Sheeb? They don't get to back their account? I don't know what you mean there. Either 3 or 4 tomorrow, Bruce. I'm not quite sure what time I'm going to be starting yet, but that's going to be the pre-Christmas holiday Dogecoin live stream. And we'll be talking about Santa rallies. We're going to be talking about Santa rallies tomorrow on the Monday live stream. I think Coinbase asked me to send a photo of my ID when I signed up. Yes, when you sign up, they want KYC, but not to transfer. You've already done your KYC. You're good with Coinbase. Appreciate it. Solana looks ripe for a rebound. Yeah, see, the thing with Solana is it's still getting a lot of bad press right now. I mean, it's come down a lot, percentage-wise, a lot more than Doge since the beginning of November. So, I mean, we were identifying on dips, right? First 229 and then 203, and now it's down to 180. So all of the Solana pairs, or your coin versus Solana, most of them are up right now because Solana has been having a big sell-off here. Eventually it'll turn around, but I think there's a lot of people that realize the Solana blockchain isn't all that great right now. And a lot of the volume they're seeing on Solana blockchain is still all tied to pump.fun and those meme tokens. Thousands and thousands of meme tokens being built through pump.fun. Is that all that Solana is good for? Is that? I'm not buying any more Solana. I'm done with Solana. Yeah, happy Sunday. Green candles, please. I like that. Hey, Bob. Yep, Denise. Coinbase requires users to provide a photo ID. That's part of their KYC. But they only do it once, and they only do it when you start. If anybody asks you from Coinbase for a photo ID after you've already verified your identity and been trading on Coinbase, shouldn't happen. Ridge Wallet has nothing to do with crypto. Probably why I've never heard of it. We don't know, Motavo. There's all kinds of theories out there. Some say 88K. Some are saying 68K. Some are saying Bitcoin needs to have this huge pullback down to 68,000, which is where it was here at the beginning of November. $68,000 Dogecoin. I mean, Bitcoin. And so there were others. See this white circle here? This is what we identified because this was at 76,000 Dogecoin. And that all of this area above it has never been retested. Oh, there's a gap there. That gap needs to be filled. Bitcoin has to go down at least to 76,000 in order to fill that gap. And I'm like, why? That's not always the case. And you can look back in history of Bitcoin trading year after year after year where that never happened. 2021, 2017, there were many, many instances where Bitcoin went up in price and never came back and retested that price. So it's just people talking. Nobody knows. Motavo, nobody knows. What's going on with Sheeb and Chainlink? Apparently they've partnered up with something. I never read the article to find out exactly what was going on, but you heard that Shiba's account got hacked. Shiba's account got hacked. Is that a real thing? Sheeb account hack. Nope. Nothing in the news. Nothing in the news. Check X, Sheeb account hack. Nope. 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 Nope, nothing there. So I don't know what you heard, Zpar, but you seem to be spreading a lot of FUD on here that's not true. We don't know, EK. You're sketchy about transferring your Doge onto your ledger. This time I asked for my ID verification. Matt, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see that. Okay, if you're scared, you shouldn't be investing in cryptocurrency, dude. You just shouldn't. You can't be scared. If you're scared, then you shouldn't be investing in cryptocurrency. Crypto is going to be volatile. It's going to go up and down by big percentages, much worse than stocks. So maybe you just stick to stocks. A Ridge wallet is one of those minimalist physical wallets for credit cards. They're cool, but it's not crypto. Morkvet picks more peak up on the dip. I have not looked at peak today. I haven't looked at peak. What does peak look like today? $0.49. So it's down a little from 50. Hasn't gone down as far as it was on Friday. So anything below 50 cents to me just seems like a really good deal. Anything below 50 cents. I'd like to think we can get back into the 40s by the end of the year, Pasquale. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, the Santa rally. We're going to have a nice Santa rally. Major pullbacks occur all the way up nocturnal. Again, we showed last week, we showed this chart here that I've got in my bookmarks from Gel, which is this. So right above my head here is 2017. Before the top is in, Bitcoin had pullbacks of 30 to 40% multiple times on the way up. On the way up. And it included all these gaps that never got filled. A lot of gaps never got filled. But there were big pullbacks. And then in 2021, same thing happened. 23%, 15, 32% pullback. Again, didn't fill the whole gap there. Just kept going up after the pullback. So the pullback that we're in right now is nothing compared to these. If we look at Bitcoin and go back to the hourly where we were, and we say from the top at 108, the maximum all the way to the dip there, 14.8%. 14.8. So almost the same as that 15% one we had in 2021, but then we had one that was double that, 32%. And that was just in 2021. We had that. So this is nothing compared to that. That's my point. So you don't have to wait until there's a top for pullbacks. That can happen during the bull market. Once it tops and we start entering a bear market, you're going to see pullbacks a lot worse than that. That's a bear market, and things are just going to keep going down. If you sell your Doge, we'll be scared that it will go back up. So Scott, I'm going to sell all of my other crypto except Bitcoin and Doge. Again, I might keep some Peak because it's a brand new project, and some SWI if depending on what where SWI is when I finally decide to sell. But all my other 20 cryptos I'm selling, and I'm going to sell them all to zero. If I sell SHIB at, so let's say 45, and then it goes up to like 90 and it doubles in price, then I missed out on that. That's just the way it's going to be. I'll book the profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. I'll never get the top. I'll never know what the top is and when the top is going to happen. Nobody knows that. You do the best you can. Again, I'm not selling all at the same time. I'm doing layers. So on SHIB, I might sell 33% of it at one time. Price goes up higher, I'll sell the next 33, and then I'll sell the rest of it at some other point. But I'll never get the exact top. Am I scared that it's going to go up? No. Do I expect it'll go up? Yeah, probably. Probably will. But I can't worry about that. Tomorrow live stream, we're going to be talking about Santa rallies. Santa rallies. Pullbacks are normal. Exactly. And what I just showed was just bull market pullbacks. You should see the bear market pullbacks. Woo! Those are bad. How to track whale activity. Aiden, I don't know how Ali does it. Ali always has these. He does all of this tracking of whales, and I don't know where he gets the information from, but he does a lot of this whale activity. He's looking at some other stuff here, and then he gets to the whale stuff right here, like this one. This is an ETH one. Whales bought 340,000 ETH in the last 96 hours. I don't know where he gets this data. So I don't know. I just follow him. I just follow Ali on X, and whenever he posts that, okay, he's getting that data from somewhere. But I don't know where he gets it. So I just follow him. You're welcome, Mataf. Keep the Doge. Oh, something they're asking is old news. Yeah, could be. Oh, do we have Momtaz under a new name somewhere? Most people are up on their Doge. Those that bought new in the 40s and now we're in the 30s and you're down, I get it. Right? You're a little concerned. Doge is going to go back up into the 40s. We don't know what's going to happen. Again, you're investing in cryptocurrency, and particularly with Dogecoin, you're investing in a meme, right? You're investing in a meme coin. So there's lots of volatility here. And we're in the middle of a dip. Yeah, VU. I remember trading VU back in during the pandemic, was trading VU, and then ended up getting out of it because it was all the markets were recovering pretty fast after that huge March dip. And it's like, yeah, that VU is not working out for me. So went back just being bullish again. And we can thank Donald Trump for that. He really turned it around. The past 3 weeks have been a bit painful. I agree. I have no idea why virtual went up that much. I still don't even know what virtual is. I haven't had a chance to really look at it. I'm not going to be investing in it. But yeah, it's gone up a lot. What peak on TradingView are you looking at? It's the MEXC one. That's the one I look at, is the MEXC, because it's been trading on that more than anything else. So this is the MEXC chart for peak. There isn't a crypto.com chart, which is where I bought it. Virtuals is an AI narrative. So there you go. It's an AI play. I have Fetch AI. Vincent likes XRP and Doge. Stack your Satoshis, people. In about 10 years, when Bitcoin hits $1 million. Yeah. Stacking sats. That's why I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I don't have a huge amount of Bitcoin, but I've got some. I'm just selling all the other altcoins. Is 32 going to be strong resistance? Yeah, it has been. I drew the line up here at 35. That's from this peak up here that we had on Saturday, early Saturday. So I've got my line drawn at 35 from right there. So that's where I have resistance. What did you say, 32? We were just over 32 this morning. So zoom out a little bit, and I've got 35 here. But yeah, there's not a lot of volume. Things are like really quiet right now. I'm holding SHIB, yeah, at least till January 20th. I don't think much is happening till then, honestly. But if SHIB goes crazy before then, I'll probably be selling about a third of it. You think January is going to be the time to sell? I'm guessing I'm going to start some profit taking on some of my other cryptos in January. Yeah, sorry, Vincent, I have no control over those YouTube commercials. Google does that. They just insert them randomly. I have no idea. Hello, McGurger. Ali should post the results of my 8-ball rolls as analytics. Strong indicator. I know. The 8-ball's really good. Really good. Alex Becker said he was selling his crypto days ago because he knows that this was going to happen. All right. People have asked about Gary Network before. I looked at it once. No. All hail the magic 8-ball. What is Arkham, Victor? What is Arkham? It's number 198. So market cap of 321 million. It started in, well, it got listed on CoinMarketCap back in July of 2023. At that time, it was at a price of about, what, 40 cents? It spiked up in March of this year up to about almost $4, but really hasn't done great in November like a lot of other coins have done. Didn't really have a great November. So this is not looking very strong. Not a strong looking chart for Arkham. DW, it's a combination of leverage and then just trading. Like I'm in the Doge, the lines here are just based on the trading here from Friday. Came over 30.5 cents, came back, retested it, and then moved up. Actually retested it one more time, and then he retested it again. So once you see this on a chart, once you see something like this, there, and there, it's pretty easy to draw a line and say that's support because it's hit it 5 times. So that's an easy support line. And then resistance, I just hit the top up here at 35. So I said, okay, that's going to be my resistance then. So I didn't even have to look at leverage for that. That's just the trading, particularly on support. Again, that was after the dip. And then we recovered from the dip. Came up, retested, came up higher, retested, and then moved up. And now, because over the weekend, we had some weak trading, it came down and retested 3 more times. So that's pretty solid support line. You're all in on Doge? It's not BlackRock selling Bitcoin, John. It's the investors who use BlackRock for their trading that say, get me some of that Bitcoin ETF. When those spot ETFs started, a lot of people thought these were going to be long-term holders. It turns out that a lot of them are actually just traders, and they buy when the price goes up and they sell when the price goes down. They're very weak, in fact, weak hands. So BlackRock needs to sell the Bitcoin because their traders are selling the ETF. So it's just weak hands of traders. So on Friday, when everything was going down, guess what? ETF holders were selling their ETF. And so BlackRock had to sell the Bitcoin. So it's not BlackRock themselves that are doing the buying and selling. This is something that always bothers me about George on Cryptos R Us, because he always says, BlackRock is buying, BlackRock is selling. And it's just like, no. It's the people who are using BlackRock as their broker to buy the ETFs. They're selling or they're buying. Jeff, how you doing? Tima? All-time high now on Tima? Yeah, we looked at that. I remember that. Tima. It went up higher? Tima. On Radium, yes. This is the Radium one. Yeah, it looks like it did make an all-time high here. Earlier today, it did come up to about 3.5. Well, awesome. Glad you're doing well with this. Again, I don't know what this is. It's a token on Solana. But awesome. Is XRP going to go back up? Probably. It's a bull market. Probably will go up to $2.14 now. Again, also showing weakness. It got up to 270. But yeah, I think it's all going to turn around. Again, I'm bullish for the end of the year in 2025 still. So I'm but not crazy bullish like Doge is going to $10. Remember that. So first, chasers, you have to ask, are there going to be any cryptos implemented onto X? So X is going to start X payments or X money. And there's not going to be any crypto on it to begin with. In my opinion, there's going to be no crypto because they don't have money transmitter licenses for crypto. And I don't know how they can actually trade in crypto. There might be some other way to integrate it somehow and not have it to need the money transmitter license, but it wouldn't allow people to be like using it directly as payments. So maybe they can start implementing things like paying creators, the content creators who are, getting paid because they have a certain number of impressions, and then they can get paid based on the interaction with their posts. And they could offer to pay them in Doge. Sure. I haven't heard Elon talk about any other cryptocurrencies except Dogecoin. He mentions Bitcoin sometimes, but he himself has said Bitcoin is a store of value. When it comes to transactions, it's Dogecoin. Dogecoin is far better than Bitcoin. He mentioned Ethereum once, like years ago, when it came to like smart contracts. But he's never mentioned any other cryptocurrency. And so all of these armies of XRP and Pepe and all these people saying that Elon's going to use on X, no, he's not. It's going to be Doge. We're going to watch and see what happens in January with Dogecoin. There may be a profit-taking event that happens in January. There may be. And that was, again, I showed this earlier. This was a post from Trader Tardigrade. Again, if we look in 2021, 4 years ago, we had this upswing in 2020 with a pump right near the end, And then we had two huge pumps in the price of Doge. And then we have a bear market. Then we go sideways. Then we have 2024, which if you zoom out, it's an upward trend to where we are now. But right now we're in this red candle here. And this is a monthly, so got a red candle. But what might follow? January, April or May, just like 2021, if it repeats. I don't know. But if it does something like this in January, most likely I'll be taking some profit somewhere along the way. Absolutely. Doge is going to be retesting support here. How do crypto wallets work, Paul? There's a lot of YouTube videos out there that show how crypto wallets work. Just go onto YouTube and in the search, type in transferring crypto onto Ledger, and it'll go through. And someone there, there's a number of videos that show you exactly how it works. So try that. I don't know much about Phantom Soheeb. TS, I expect Solana will continue underperforming until meme season. At this point, I consider it an ETF of pump fund coins. I agree, exactly. It's all pump.fund stuff. There's talk about maybe a Solana ETF coming in 2025 sometime. Again, I don't know who would support that, but okay. There's a lot of Solana maxis out there. Yeah, I think we'll be back into the 40-cent range, Tyler. Good morning, Blue Horse. Holding strong. This January 20th date is going to be something. And I don't know if it's going to be pump on maybe like the 18th and 19th. And then the 20th, we might see a big dump. You know, that's a possibility too. I'm keeping that open. But I know I'm going to be live all day on the 20th. We're going to have a epic long live stream here because I don't have to work that day. It's Martin Luther King Day. It's President Inauguration Day. So we'll have that on as well during the stream. But we'll be looking at the charts and what's going on. Should be an interesting day. But I'll also be live the weekend before as well. And we'll be watching to see if maybe there's a, sort of by the rumor, pre-inauguration day pump going on. And that may lead us to maybe look at maybe a dump going on the 20th. I don't know. I've seen it happen before. Yeah, and it's hard to tell 3 years from now. Lion King. Let's get through 2025. Is there going to be a bear market, or are we going to be in this like crypto extended cycle because of this Bitcoin strategic reserve? Countries and institutions all just keep buying and there's not a lot of selling. I mean, that could happen. That's why I'm not concerned about Dogecoin right now, going back to 40 cents, 50 cents. It may take a little longer than we think. I don't know if we'll get up to 50 cents by the end of the year. Maybe that's more like middle, late January. Yeah, I heard the same thing, Christian. It's up to like 38 states with money transmitter licenses for X-Twitter, and New York was giving them a hard time, which Elon had predicted like a year ago. He said like New York was going to be hard. He may start it anyway. Ethereum's not moving much. That is true. Right now it's at 3,242. Yeah, it hasn't been doing much. It's kind of been drifting down like everything else over the past couple of days. But yeah, there's going to be no 10x in ETH. No, the Pi coin, Ivan, that is a pyramid scheme, dude. Total pyramid scheme. Just look it up. Just type in Google Pi coin pyramid scheme and you'll read it all. That's the type of research you should be doing, is that. You're thinking 92.2 on Bitcoin based on the leverage? Doesn't always get them all, though. It dipped to 30.499. LOL. Yeah. Is my line actually on? Oh, see, my line is actually on 30.492. It's not actually 30.5. It's 30.492. Bitcoin's going to go high soon. Yeah, I still think like the second week of January, there could be another big pullback in Bitcoin. I think it's probably going to go up between Christmas and New Year's. That's going to be the Santa rally, maybe the first week of January, but by like the second week of January could be a pullback. Yeah, again, I think there's going to be a pullback in early January, most likely. And we have to be ready for that. And Doge could go back to 28 cents. Chainlink, Saraj. Sure, we can look at Link, $21.71. Again, all the cryptos are really about the same, right? Over the past few days, they've kind of drifted down. They broke the, what was support before, what we thought would be support. That's all been broken. We had the big dip on Friday. And Chainlink hit 1999 on that dip. Most every crypto has not gone back to those levels yet of what we saw in that dip on Friday. So everything is at least up from that. On the bigger scale with Chainlink, I mean, it was just up here at $30, which is awesome. So I would expect we'd at least be going up there by, say, mid-January. Chainlink's very strong. I think it'll do well. If the reserve gets approval, BTC will go over 200K. Yeah. It might take a while to go through getting that approval, but I think that's why a lot of people are thinking this time it might be different and that we could see an extended cycle because of the stockpile and maybe even the United States buying more Bitcoin. That would be super bullish if they bought hundreds of millions of dollars of more Bitcoin to add to the stash they already have. Yeah, Scott, thinking super high volume 2 to 3 days before the 20th, crazy volatility, people taking profits, buying dips. I think all of that is going to be going on. Yeah. So I'm expecting to do some kind of lengthy live streams on the 18th and 19th, and then like all day 20th. I think it's going to be a big deal. Blue Horse hopes Doge gets implemented into X, Tesla. That would be awesome. Yeah, Tim, but ETH went from proof of work to this proof of stake thing like 2 years ago. It's like by now, it's like they should have their act together. Elon, where are you? Yeah, Elon's right here. The Doge father. There's Elon. The Doge father. Bitcoin does not have to drop to lose dominance. Altcoins can just go up at a higher percentage. Once the real all-out bull market hits, Bitcoin will be going up, but the alts will be just killing it. It's happened the last 2 cycles. You think that Elon has something he's not able to reveal yet? Probably. I think all the paperwork's been done for the reserve. No, I don't think so yet. They have to wait till the new administration is in. And the new Congress doesn't start until after the new year. Hoping for a Donald Trump coin. There's 2 of them. There's already 2 of them out there. There's Trump and there's MAGA. Good morning, Phiro. I'd like the Doge father to make us happy. That's what I want. Hey, if they have enough money, Christian, that they're putting in, sure. There was all this talk about the United Arab Emirates, UAE, like $40 million. Was it 40 million? What was that? It was a lot, but then nobody could confirm it. UAE Bitcoin. The United Arab Emirates holds $40 billion in Bitcoin. 40 billion. But then nobody could verify this. So this all came out this morning, but then people are saying this is a 100% AI generated article that claims that UAE holds $40 billion in Bitcoin. But then people think that's just fake. That's not really what's happening. So I don't know. Don't know what's true there. It doesn't have to be a fight in Congress. Republicans will have the majority in both the House and the Senate. So they can pretty much push through what they want, as long as it's not too crazy that you get some Republicans voting against it. I'd like BTC to double bottom off 92 for bulls to claim a reversal. Yeah, right now it's just dip below 94. So that's not too far away. Again, that was Friday, down to 92. I need Doge to be $1, Energy Trail says. I need. Nope. I remember this thing in school, needs versus wants, right? Needs versus wants. But you need it. Do I mess with NFTs at all? No, I do not. I do not. Am I missing out? Yeah, probably. But again, the first 20 minutes of this live stream is all about security, and I'm not interacting with NFTs with wallets or doing anything like that. So I invest in cryptocurrency. I'm making good money in cryptocurrency. I don't need to do NFTs as well. There was the huge NFT craze in 2021, and people were buying like all these NFTs for crazy numbers. And just about everyone except Pudgy Penguins has gone down. And some of them significantly down, like 90, 95% of value. Because people were just buying just crazy, crazy prices, these NFTs. And the bear market just killed them all. So I don't know if we're going to see it. Plus, I don't like the art anyway, like these NFTs. It's like there were a few of them were okay, but most of them were just like, do I want the one with the red eyes or the blue eyes? It's like, who cares? Sorry. There's no value for me in that. Everyone's away from work on the holidays, less liquidity. That is true. Yeah, volume has ticked down. There should be some good trading tomorrow, I think. I'm looking for a green day tomorrow. Monday before the holiday, full stock market, full day trading. Yeah, ETH has been, I think ETH is getting outshone by a lot of the other newer blockchains. I mean, look at what happened to SWI, right? Just, it's competition. That's really what it is, Reed. I think it's just competition. Uniswap as well, because Uniswap is now not needing to use ETH as a gas fee. So I think that's taken away from ETH as well. $3 Doge, Blue Horse, I'm with you. I'm with you. I would love for it to be $3. If you knew there would be profit taking on the holidays, why would suggest prices be at 60 to 69? Well, that was at the beginning of December. I talked about that. And we were still significantly going up from November. And I just did a pattern on a chart that looked like a bull pennant. And I said, well, the bull pennant looks like it would go to the 60 and 69 cent range. That's all. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. And obviously, there's much more weakness in the crypto market than many of us thought. There were many predicting much, much higher prices for Doge by the end of the year. Yeah, layer twos on ETH, Arbitrum, Optimism. Do they help ETH or hurt ETH? I don't know exactly. They've been kind of weak too, the second half of this year. Base may save ETH. Really? Yeah, I don't follow Base and ETH that much, so I'm not really into the details of all that. Blue Horse reminds everybody to smash the likes, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate that. We're just hanging out, talking about crypto. Earlier in the stream, we did talk about all of this stuff around how to secure your cryptocurrency, keeping your Doge safe, watching out for the hackers. They're getting smarter and smarter. So if you're interested in that, just watch the first 10, 15 minutes of the live stream. This live stream will become a video on my channel when it's done. So you can watch, that's 15 minutes. And that was all really good information here. We went through hard wallets, soft wallets, two-factor authentication, exchanges, all of that stuff. So if you're interested in that, like the first 15, 20 minutes of this live stream, we went through all of that. And then followed up with a lot of Q&A on that. And now we're just hanging out on a Sunday night, just seeing what's going on. There's some weakness in the market still. There's a bit of weakness in the market. You're welcome. So Jafar, so I've got some patterns and things that I've been talking about, buying and selling. And it's very easy. But again, this is just how I trade. You don't have to follow this. When there are big green candles and things are pumping, I'm not buying. That's when I'm selling. When I get into profit-taking mode, that's when I'm selling. When there's big red candles and the price is dropping, that's when I'm buying, not when I'm selling. Those are the dips, which are the buying opportunities. You will do better off in crypto just following that than anything else. If you were buying Doge on the big green candles up to 48 cents, you're now way down on your Doge price. If you're thinking about selling right now when we have these red candles, you'll never make it in crypto. You'll never make it. So that's just, I can just tell you what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, and what I see, and that's what I see. And I'm doing very well. And I'm still very optimistic about 2025, and prices are going to be higher than they are right now. You got the name Blue Horseshoe from Wall Street. Really? But where in that movie was that in reference to? Because I love that. Greed is good, you know? Greed is good. That was a good movie. But I don't remember Blue Horseshoe. I don't remember that. So I know you've said before, it's only a matter of time before SHIB goes on a run. Nope. That's the thing about SHIB. You never know when it's going to happen. And I hope I don't miss out on the ultimate big run. Devilmon. Other than January 20th, are there any other known days in 2025? So that's going to be on my January 1st video. So again, you've got to wait till January 1st. I'm going to lay out the whole year. I haven't had time to really study 2025 yet because I've been waiting till I do that video. And then I will start to identify those things. Basama thinks 18 cents. Where do you get 18 cents from, Basama? Let me know in a comment. Let me know in a comment why 18 cents. Don't just throw a number out there. Tell me why. Why do you think 18 cents? Base makes ETH usable for the average person. But the average person isn't using Base or ETH. The average person is just buying because they think price is going to go up and then they're going to sell and make a profit. That's what the average person does. Looking forward to my 2025 price prediction. We'll see. SHIB is crafty. Oh, right. That was the code. Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott steel. Ah, right. Lahala references the fact that the patent agent lived and worked near Lahala. Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott steel. Ah, it all makes sense now. Got it. That's a good name. I like that. I like that. Yeah, right now, King Eli, for Doge, you know, just to get back in the 40s from here, I mean, we're just hugging 30.5 cents right now. So to get back in the 40s by the end of the year would be great. And it would show a nice positive move going into 2025. I don't think there's going to be a huge, like, 30-cent pump in the Doge's price. I think that could come more like January, mid-January. You're going to stockpile SHIB until it happens. I've got a bag of SHIB and I'm just waiting. I'm not buying any more. Just waiting. What's SHIB sitting at right now? 21. 21. That's kind of weak. Kind of weak. But again, that's what a lot of crypto has done. Pretty much the same thing. It's almost the same chart. But yeah, what I'm waiting for is that. What happened on February 28th into March 5th, that week of trading. And she went all the way from like 0.00009 all the way up to 45. A nice like 4x in a week. I'm waiting for that next one, which then would take this up from 20 to 80. If it did that same thing as a percentage. So when's that going to happen again? Who knows? But I'm holding and waiting. Doge on the daily chart doesn't look too bad. You know, it's just kind of in the sideways track here. Kind of hugging the bottom of it, like we said, but it's looking like another one of these that we had right above 40 cents from 39 to 42. We could have another one of those right here in the low 30s. I'd like to see it jump back up to at least that level. But we'll see. Can actually take that off because we're now just in this small range there. Yeah, blue horse. I mean, that's the thing with these bears, right? They come out here and then they say Doge is going to drop to 18 cents. And then I ask them why. I just like, just tell me, why, what are you thinking? Why do you think it's going to go to 18 cents? And they never answer. They never answer. But I keep asking just because it's almost a joke now. You're welcome, Glittery. The bird flu cases, for the most part, it's people who are directly interacting with animals. It's not being transferred from person to person. I'm not worried. You're not getting it from like meat or other food products. It's farmers or people working on farms where there are animals. Oh, the average user of crypto dApps and NFTs swap trading. Yeah. Again, that's not the mainstream, right? These are people within the crypto world. And I just don't think that's the average person. The average person has no clue about what a dApp is. They have no idea what a dApp is. So when they come into crypto, they're just buying a crypto, hoping to get rich and make money. Looking weak, I'll sell in 2025. I'm going to be scraping profits through the first half of 2025, most likely. Yeah, right now, again, the market looks a little weak. And then we start to see like green candles like this. And we said, okay, let's see if this goes up more. And then it's just still looking weak. So not there yet. I'll be feeling much happier back at 38.40. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see too. A lower low to shake out paper hands and leverage. That's what we saw last week. Taking out that leverage. Tam, you haven't seen a duck in a while. A duck. A duck. I don't know. Am I missing something? A duck? Yeah, ETH is really struggling. I agree. When Doge dips, we should all do a dip. Let's all dip. Yeah, there was some article about some collaboration between Sheeb and Chainlink. I haven't read it, so I don't know what the deal is. You think Santa's going to leave us some Doge this year? Let's hope Santa is a good Santa this year. I think we could all use some of that, right? Loading up the truck. Here's another one. Can't wait to load up the truck. Yeah, somebody was showing a reverse Cutler RSI on some video I was watching. But again, it can't predict the future. It really can't. Front running tool, no. All it can do is look at the past. Sheeb is the biggest ERC20 token. It can run without it. It's done that a couple times. Again, we were just looking at Sheeb. I can show you. We were just looking at Sheeb on the daily. And we zoomed out. We saw this huge run, right? 400% run right there. Well, what did ETH do? So ETH did go up, yes. 80%. ETH went up 80%. So that's good. Sheeb went up 400%. But you're right, maybe we do need ETH to have a bunch of green candles in a row going up, and that'll help propel Sheeb. Possibly. We thought we were starting to see it here. We had this upward channel that ETH was trading in from early November all the way until middle of December, but then that broke down. That Doge over 31 cents. Can we find 32? Overall, I'm still poor and my car broke down. I'm poor in my bank account. My crypto account, I'm rich, but it's all unrealized gains still. Unrealized gains. When Sheeb goes up, it's going to be epic. And that's what I keep thinking, but God, it's taken a long time. I have a little bit of ETH. Staked, just doing its thing. But I'll be happy when I sell it. Hopefully it's a decent price when I sell. Bitcoin would be at 70K if Doge went to 18 cents. I don't think either of that's going to happen. Yeah, no one's talking about those drones anymore. I still think it was the US military. It was something the U.S. military was doing, and they just don't want to say. And the media was taken off guard because no one in the military told the media, right? Because they don't want to let it out. But then the media picked it up from all the citizens who were taking all these pictures and X, everyone posting on X, all this stuff. So they didn't know. But obviously the U.S. government reached out to some local governments because they started playing all dumb, but not saying what it was because the Department of Defense told them not to. But I think it was all U.S. military stuff. And not sniffing for radioactive material. I mean, the conspiracy theories out there were something. My guess is that it is, if you really want to know what I think, right? You really want to know what I think. Someone called the paranormal trio. I think it is a drone Iron Dome is what I think. I think the U.S. military is working on an Iron Dome for the United States, and it's using drones instead of ground-based missiles. But that's just me. What do I know? I don't know anything. They're doing that just to get to me. Well, no, this guy has been around for a while. Basama. He's been around for a while, and he's not really a bear. But why he doesn't follow up with why he thinks 18 cents. I'm like, yeah, typical. Right, they never answer. And then if it does happen to go down there, they can say, I told you so. Yeah, we got a lot of I told you so guys too. Yeah. And to that I say, well, start your own YouTube channel. You're so smart. Start your own YouTube channel. Let's see how you do. Because this isn't easy. It really isn't easy. I think 20 cents because of the next fib levels, maybe further dip to 18. Fib levels. You're getting COVID vibes from the bird flu. I'm not worried. Do I hold any H-bar? Yes, I do. I don't think H-bar is going to pump on its own around the inauguration. I think there will be a potential pump in H-bar, again, if the tax legislation is changed about not having capital gains tax on profits of United States-based companies like Hedera is. So Ripple, Hedera, Cardano, will all, and Algorand. Those are 4 that I know of that are United States-based companies that have tokens that would be under this new tax law because the Trump administration wants to support US-based companies. And if they think that that helps support them, that would be awesome. Because I hold a little bit of all of those. And when I sell them and make profit, I would like to not pay taxes on that profit. That would be awesome for me. I would love it. But not on the inauguration itself. I think it would be more around when the tax law is voted on and updated. If that is indeed in there, we'll see H-bar pump, and we'll see XRP pump, and we'll see Algorand pump, and we'll see ADA pump. Yes. And maybe there's a Santa rally, which we'll be talking about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be the pre-Christmas holiday special live stream, and we'll be talking Santa rally. And that'll be tomorrow night. What situation would cause Doge to go lower and never recover? And never recover. Wow. So no bull market in 2025. Wow. You know, This is the first presidential administration that's going to be pro crypto, talking about Bitcoin strategic reserves, and like, I don't see any black swans or anything that's going to cause crypto to dump. What we've experienced for the last, week is just trading. It's just trading, profit taking before Christmas, and market makers dumping prices to wipe out leverage. That's all it's been. And it's not been crazy percentages. Trump is Santa. Mr. Radio, that's what I do. I tell you my opinion. You got to go to bed soon? My opinion on what? Did I miss something? I can't see every chat, so I went directly to Elon's page to see the Doge photo. Yeah, somebody said there's a Doge photo. Mm-mm. 2025 is going to be lit. Pandemic, Fetterman, blah, 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 blah. Talk about that guy. This is all from earlier today. His mother. There's the Doge. So you're talking about that? Department of Government Efficiency. The Fed's cut in interest rates is predicted to cause a crash in cryptocurrency, according to the news. Yeah, Jafar. That was so last week. And it wasn't based on the interest rate cut. We talked about this extensively Wednesday and Thursday. Merry Christmas to you too, Blue Horse. It was Vision Pulse showing the reverse Cutler. Oh, he showed it today? Oh, I didn't see him today. No, I saw this on the other day. Maybe he's taking it from somebody else. Then, because I didn't see him today. Do exchanges leverage triage themselves? Probably. Negative crypto news, good for price. Positive crypto news, bad for price. It's the reverse news thing, right? Doge to the moon. It's crazy to consider the difference in the amount of taxes you'd be paying. Come on, all the world compared to Trump. Yeah, Kamala was like unrealized gains tax, which as soon as that came out, even the Democrats were against it. Can you imagine Nancy Pelosi agreeing to that? The drones were Amazon. Literally every video I saw of drones were planes. No, there were drones. There were some of them that crashed, and they showed pictures of drones. Can you ask the spirits how high Doge is going to go? Prediction doesn't work. Bottom or top, just believe. That's good. The U.S. government lost something sensitive. You've seen large flying V crafts. They are out there. Ooh. You just switched over to your gigantic TV and I look big. I look big on your TV. Yeah, that's why I just keep myself over here in the corner instead of having me like on the whole screen, right? It's ET. History says we should get a big bull market, bull run in 2025. Will the 5 million that Ripple gave to the Trump camp, given from coins that you talked about not being in circulation? Yes, I believe that. Which is also what they did with Kamala last summer when they gave Kamala campaign. They're just minting themselves tokens. Sniffer drones combined with surveillance drones. The green laser lights sounds like LiDAR. Yeah, again, I think they're just experimenting with some new technologies. It's not anything that is really happening. That's my opinion. Don't worry about your average, Jose. Your average doesn't matter. Just think about it this way. Doge is currently around 30 cents. Okay? If you think Doge is going to go higher and you've got a bunch of cash sitting there, or Tether, right? Your Tether isn't going to go higher. Your cash isn't going to go higher. But if you think Doge is going to go higher, what would you rather have? Cash or Doge? Is there risk? Sure. Sure, there's risk. But if you think Doge is going up, don't worry about your average. Your average doesn't matter. It really doesn't. There's a Doge Father DRC20 token? Really? Well, you know Elon isn't like supporting that. He's talking about government efficiency. Exactly. What's my opinion of the high Bitcoin dominance? Yeah, I think it's all, I think the dominance should have already been lower, but because of the Bitcoin spot ETFs and all the buying of those ETFs earlier this year changed the cycle from what this cycle should have normally done. And so I think dominance ended up being more of a player this cycle than it should have been. That's all. Yeah, I mean, I think he does a good job at the charts, though. He doesn't bring in any news, though, or anything else. And that's the main thing that I follow, is because if all you do is technical analysis and charts, and you don't bring any of the news into play that's going on, I mean, it's just all crap. It's just lines on a chart. It's the actual news that moves the price. We wouldn't have had these big dips if it wasn't for, Jerome Powell being cautious about rates in 2025, right? If he hadn't said that, we wouldn't have had these big dips. So you can't say technical analysis predicted those dips, because it didn't. Sure, there are some like Kev Capital who said, yeah, I predicted this on one of his charts that it would go down to 26 cents. But then I can look at another one of his posts where he was talking about things going higher and never mentioned any dips, because he's just doing TA. He's just looking at lines on a chart. So I bring the news into play. I also bring in the influence of other coins, particularly Bitcoin, and how Bitcoin influences other cryptos as well. So that's what I look at. But I'm always looking at the news too. And particularly with Dogecoin, because that's how Dogecoin is going to trade when it gets out of the typical trading of other cryptocurrencies. It's because of some piece of news specifically attributed to Dogecoin. And that's what's going to make Dogecoin pump again. But that's just me. That's just me. Right now, I just want to see more green candles before I go to bed. Yeah, it's a nice Sunday evening, isn't it? Just a little crypto Dogecoin chat on a Sunday evening. How many of those donuts did I eat? I ate the equivalent of one donut. I ate 2 halves because I couldn't just have one donut of one of those kinds. And so we ended up cutting them so that people could taste the different types. What he's talking about, for those that don't know, is an X post I made this morning of these. These are from Rocco's Donuts in Massachusetts. This is a company that all they do is they make specialized donuts. And every month they change the donuts that they make every month. So these were hot chocolate donuts. Hot chocolate. So good. So I had half of one of these, and then I had half of the gingerbread. I had half the gingerbread one. So good. This one was like a peppermint. Chocolate peppermint was that one. And they're really big donuts too. They're not like wimpy like Dunkin' Donuts. They're really significant donuts. Good stuff. Sheeb, partnership with Chainlink. Yeah, we talked about that a little while ago. What's up, Joe? You're welcome. Doge will surprise everyone. Usually does. Dima James predicting $10. I know. Again, just lines on a chart. Also assuming that we're going to see the same percentage gains as we did in 2021. And the chances of that happening are pretty slim. 2021 was just an epic, crazy, hype-filled trading of Dogecoin, mostly based on Elon and his upcoming appearance on Saturday Night Live. And it just pumped and pumped and pumped, and the price went crazy. Could something like that happen again? Maybe, but I don't think to that level. You're sitting on 900K Doge. Nice bag. There will be no Pax coin. $80. Oh my God. Do I like precious metals? I don't invest in them, if that's what you mean. No. No gold, no silver, no. I've got some Bitcoin. I'll keep that. Digital gold. You're always holding some cash just in case. I put it all in. I'm already all in. And I'm up on almost every investment except Loopring and Bohm. Those are my 2 that I'm in the red on. Everything else, I'm in the green. Even after these pullbacks. I'm in the green on everything else. So my portfolio is still looking very good. What do I think of the Cybertruck? Rosa, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. I've seen a bunch of them driving around here. I see them parked on the street every now and then. I saw another one at a car show I went to. It's not for me. I like a hatchback car. That's just my own personal taste. I mean, the corners are like really, really sharp. And especially in the Boston area, that it's just so big. And the streets we have in here in Boston are these narrow, like brick cobblestone streets, and it's such a big car. It's like the Hummer, you know, it's just so wide. And it's electric too. And electric, I mean, it was 5 degrees this morning. Wind chill was negative. So cold, and like the batteries don't work as well in that really cold weather. So I'm just like, no, I'll stick with my gas powered car. I'm good. It works fine. Just go to the gas station, spend 2 minutes filling it up. I'm done. I don't have to either install a charger in my house or go to a Tesla charging station and sit there for hours. I don't have time for that. I know. I'll eat charts. Delusional? But yeah. 10, 12, 14, $18 Dogecoin. It's like, come on. They're just lines on a chart. And Dogecoin, we have a great community. Absolutely. And you've got someone like Elon Musk as a benefactor of the coin. It's just like, it's a good place to be in all of cryptocurrency. Everyone says something different. At least one of them will be right. Right? That's the old saying, like a broken clock is right twice a day. Right? No Boston cream. No. They do cream filled. But again, they rotate. It's a specialty donut shop, right? It's never the same donuts every month. They do completely different recipes every month. And that's what makes them so good. $1.11. I like these green candles right now, 31.2. Everybody freaking out about 30.5, but $5 donut? Yeah, something like that. They're not cheap. They're for special occasions, you know? They're donuts for special occasions. But man, they're just so good. So good. They don't accept Dogecoin, though. You're going to get a Koenigsegg, really? Blue Horse? Drive that around Singapore? Even me talking about getting a Ferrari, will I actually do it? I mean, even if Doge went to some crazy price, probably not. It's fun to talk about, but I'm too much of a realist, I guess. I don't see myself driving a Ferrari around. Boston's a cool city. But yeah, it's cold. Wind chill was definitely, this morning was, so cold. The steel plates are glued and the precision of the fittings is horrible. Yeah, well, that was wind chill. It wasn't actually 18-degree temperature, but wind chill. I haven't heard anything about more money transmitter licenses. Not at all. Yeah, JD, I think once Doge starts getting near $1, there's going to be big sell-offs. I think it's going to be very similar to what happened with Bitcoin. Remember Bitcoin? Back before it hit 100K, it was from essentially the 21st of November when it first passed 99. Okay. And then how long did it take to finally break 100K? Well, that's a 4-hour chart. I guess I got to do it on the daily, right? Let's do it on the daily. How many days did it take to actually? It took 14 days, 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks of trading from the time Bitcoin hit 99,000 to when it finally broke 100. It was 2 weeks long. I could see that exact thing happening with Dogecoin. Dogecoin gets up to like 99 cents, and then there's a big sell-off and it dumps. 92 cents with Doge, it would probably be more. Probably drop down to 80 cents. I mean, it's just some huge number because you're going to get this big sell-off. In Bitcoin terms, going from 99 down to 92, that was pretty big. But Doge's, I could see it going from 99 cents down to like 80 cents. And that would be that big sell-off. I don't think it would actually go over 100 first or $1 first and then sell off. So, and that's also why I don't talk about these other high estimates like $5, $8, $10, $12, $18. It's like, let's see if Doge can get over $1 first. And then we can start talking. I'm too realistic to talk about those. Now, I have shown on some of my charts that a $2 or $3 Doge does make sense to me. So it's not a crazy thought. But like, then people start asking me, when's it going to happen, Kriss? And I'm just like, let's see it get past $1 first. Because as some have said, there's going to be big time selling once it starts getting anywhere close to $1. And that's what happened with Bitcoin at 100K. Just huge profit taking, huge selling once it hit 99. And that's the type of thing I would see at or near $1 Doge would be that same thing. And it took 2 weeks, 2 weeks of trading to finally break 100K. But yeah, Doges would drop much more percentage-wise than Bitcoin dropped. Yeah, see, there's those green candles we were waiting for. They were hiding from us. They were hiding. You got your Dogecoin node running. I'm seeing more nodes populating on the Doge map too. Awesome, Adam. That's great. That's great. I'm going to do that next year. Definitely going to do that. Help support the network. Or do the full mining thing and get a mining rig and mine Dogecoin. I wouldn't complain if Doge hit $10. Sure, I wouldn't complain. Just not expecting it. Not right now. If Elon approves Dogecoin for X payments, then definitely it's to the moon. Absolutely. Why are there two different prices for the same crypto? So James, each has a different exchange. They're all their own exchange. Binance, Coinbase, Mexi, BitGet, they're all their own exchanges. So the prices are never exactly the same at the same time for any of the exchanges. But they do tend to stay close because of this thing called arbitrage. And so there are a number of companies. Let's say, what's one most people would know? Well, there was Jane Street, if you ever heard of that. That's where Sam Bankman-Fried got started, actually, was Jane Street. And so Jane Street is this big, I don't even know what they actually are, but they've got a bunch of traders there that do this arbitrage trading. So if they see the price of Dogecoin at 31 and 31.5 on a US exchange, but it's 31.8 on a Korean exchange, they'll move a bunch of Dogecoin from US to Korea and they'll sell it on Korea. and they'll make money off of that difference in price. But then by selling at that higher price in Korea, it means the price will drop back down and will be then close to the same price in the United States. The same thing happens the other way too for buying. Say Jane Street wants to buy a bunch of Doge in Korea because there's a lower price on one of their exchanges than the price, say, on Coinbase. So what they'll do is they'll buy a bunch in Korea and the Korean price will come up and it will get close to the same price as Coinbase. So essentially they look for either the cheapest prices to buy or the most expensive prices to sell. And over time, it keeps all of the prices amongst all the different exchanges level. So they all kind of move together. Those differences don't last very long either. It's almost like they have bots, right? Who are like picking up on all those little differences. And they're just skimming on buys or sells both ways. Yeah, they're like grinders, exactly. And that's what Sam Bankman-Fried was before he started FTX. And then that's why, what was the name of the company that he then created that Caroline Ellison became the CEO of or whatever, right? That was to do the same thing. It was to arb trade and do different trading to make money. But most of it was arb. So that's what keeps generally all of the exchanges relatively close in price. You can see the volatility knocking people out of Doge. People will panic sell. It'll be hard for Doge to get up over $1. I think it'll be really hard. It's be a lot of sellers. Was with family today, so was able to come on after dinner. So that's why the late night Sunday. I'll probably be doing these more on Sundays. Will be a little later. It's a nice way to end the weekend too. Prepare for the week ahead. ETH, Ether ETF, aiming to provide 2x the return of ETH. Yeah, I don't believe that. That sounds scammy to me. 2x the return. Something doesn't sound right about that. 60 to 80 cents. Not a bad target, James. Doge will have lots of selling at $1. But then it's going to have a lot of buying too, because FOMO will kick in with newbies coming in, buying Doge. Can I take the Doge equivalent of a Koenigsegg? Because I really don't want the car. But I'll take the Doge equivalent. Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. The $80 stuff is just for fun. Don't get hopeful, Oz. Ain't happening. Right. You don't get rewards. I know. It's just helping the network. No, I think I want to get a real miner, like an ant miner, something really big, and do mining. You'll get people all over the place. Yorkshire, 3 in the morning. Singapore, 11 in the morning. And here in the USA, 10, 9 o'clock at night. 4:15 in Europe in the morning, yeah. Why does it seem the Dogecoin core development team is not making big power plays to advance the adoption? I think the Doge box was huge. The Doge box is huge. And Radio Doge is going to be huge. It just, all these things just take time for adoption. That's all. Even with 0.01 Bitcoin, I don't know how many sats that is. I don't know what the multiplier is, like 100,000 or something. I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 1 million, 0.01 BTC is not bad, right? Mark, been holding Doge since 2014. Wow. You got in early, 2014. That was like Nick Ballas. We call Nick Balls. He bought it 0.0007 in 2014. Millions of Doge. Millions of Doge. Ganant miner, L9, very good, profitable at the moment, will be massive passive income earner. Yep, I got to get my house first. Once I get my house, then I'll get it set up, a corner of the house, probably in the basement, to do mining. Amiri, seriously, dude, why waste your time on a chat during my live stream saying something stupid like that? I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Or you're just being a troll? Because it's like one of the dumbest things you can say. Although some of these other people in the chat can probably think up things that are more dumb than that, but that's right up there. We try and have helpful conversations on this YouTube channel. We're not like the other crypto YouTubers who like ignore everybody in the chat, right? Or are just like Dogecoin to the moon and that's all they can say. We try and have real conversations. So if you want to talk the price of Dogecoin, I'll be glad to have the conversation with you. But come on. Exactly, JD. So far, how much money I've made is only from the 250,000 Doge that I've actually sold. Everything else is still unrealized gains. But in my portfolio, I've made over $1 million on Dogecoin. So that's not bad. Not bad. Well, I'm sorry. I had over $1 million in profit. Now it's down to about 850,000 maybe, because we dipped from 40 cents down to 30 cents. So I'm doing okay. I just want to get back to 40 cents. I like having the $1 million profit. Yeah, Amiri will never get the chance to say I told you so. We'll hit $10 before we hit 10 cents. Huarang, if Doge reaches a crazy high number, I plan on getting a restored 68 Shelby GT500 in Acapulco blue with white racing stripes. Wow, very particular there. Very particular. How's XRP doing? XRP's hanging out, $2.20. We're right at our line. I don't remember where this line was from. Yeah, it was our support line. This was our support line. So coming back over it. So that's good for XRP. 220. I was saying Doge should get to 32 cents. It's now up to 31.8. Doge is showing some momentum here. Nice to see. Inverse Kramer. A la loco. I do not follow these kinds of tokens. So this is the wrong crypto channel for those kinds of things. Okay. Bishop, just look at the prices of houses in Boston. And you will see that it takes millions of dollars for a decent house. It's a very expensive real estate market here. But this is where my job is, and I do very well in my job, but not enough to have a really nice house because the houses are so damn expensive, which is why I put it all into crypto so I could make a bunch of money and then buy a decent house. That's the big plan. I wish New York didn't hate Doge. New York just doesn't like crypto. It's all of crypto. New York has always had it for crypto. I don't know why. Predict a solid 33 cents. Looks like we're about to pass 32. So 33 is looking good. Yeah, come on. Come on. Just about there. 31.9. Let's get some momentum going. Yeah, what's Bitcoin doing, Salty? 95.4. It's starting to move up, but Doge is doing better. I keep looking for drone tokens, crypto superdog tokens. Yeah, there is a drone. It's called Drones. DRONES. I think it was made on Solana. You can look on this thing. This guy who does this Tima thing. But yeah, it was called Drones. Yeah, it's this one. Drones. Yeah, it was made. Started on the 13th, right there. Started at about 0.00009. It did a 10x up to 0.009, dropped all the way back down, then all the way back up. I mean, this is huge trading in terms of its percentage. Huge trading. But yeah, it's called Drones. It's on Sol. But you have to go to like Radium to do the swaps. I don't trade in these things. I mean, look at this. Just crazy price action. There we go. 32 for Doge. 32 cents. Moving up. Let's go. Let's get this party started on a Sunday night. It's nice to see a lot of green on my watch list now. There's some others that are moving up higher percentage, like Chainlink. Look at Chainlink go. That's nice. Let's go. Yeah, LFG. Make sure when they build it, if you're thinking about mining. I know, well, the house should already have 200 amp, but I don't know what the plug type is going to be, whether you need a certain plug configuration or something. We'll probably have to hire an electrician to add that, whatever that is. You've been at 9 cents for years. Hope I can get my house. Buy back in. Yeah. Again, how low is Doge going to drop in the bear market so I can just start accumulating more again? I don't know. we're too soon for that kind of talk still. Never heard of Marlin Pond, Andrew. My top 5 favorite coins hasn't changed. Hey, Adam. One more dip before the pump? I'm kind of thinking we're going to have a half pump and then we're going to have a dip early in January before the big pump comes. That's what I'm thinking. Exactly, Raiden. Your sister lives in Boston, just bought a house for around $1 million, and it's not even that big. It's okay, but you look at it and you're like, this is $1 million, really? That's Boston for you. Exactly. We've been in a recession, Solmex. We've been in a recession. The government just has fudged the numbers so much that it's never been officially called a recession. So, not worried. Chainlink moving a little. Yeah, we just looked at that. 30 cents. Let's go. The graph. The graph dropped a lot. I'm still up, but it dropped a lot. When it was up here 34 cents, that was nice. My average is 13, which is the blue line down here. But to go from 34 all the way to 21, ouch. Down 40%. That's a 40% drop. That's a chunk. But hey, if this is the bottom, we turn around and go back up, that'll be nice profit taking up there. A solid 3x from my purchase price. Still, I think it's a great project. It's just the price hasn't really shown it compared to other cryptos. Come on, Doge, hold 32 cents, please. Cheers. Finally unwind, watching some Doge videos. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see 50 cents tonight, Daniel. Yeah, Chainlink's looking good. And a red candle on Bitcoin dominance. Yeah. Nice. There you go. $95,000. It's funny. You get the painful dumps, and then like any little green candle, you're like, oh, finally. And it's really not that much, 2%. It's like we're celebrating. Doge, Link, AVAX, and ADA. I do Doge BTC the other way. So Doge is in front. So it should be ticking up right now. Yep, it's coming up. Doge versus Bitcoin. 32. Again. The Hawk-Tua coin. So my take on the whole Hawk-Tua thing is these people that Haley Welch has around her, her handlers, agents, marketing, like whomever, one of them most likely knew about crypto and thought it would be a good idea to start a coin. Talked her into it. Hooked her up with Doc Hollywood and whoever else, and they scammed her. That's what I think happened. She got scammed. But everyone around her talked her into it, told her what a great thing this was going to be, building a huge community, like all this stuff. But she had no idea, no clue. Is she responsible? That's probably debatable. But did she scam her fans? No. She was just too dumb to like trust these people around her, or the people around her didn't know enough about who they were actually hiring to be the developers of the token. I mean, I called it as soon as I heard that this thing was going to launch. It was like, yeah, I know what's going to happen here, and I called it. It's probably on one of my live streams right before that, because we were kind of laughing about it, and sure enough, played it out exactly how it's just like. She probably thought she was going to make money from it. And it turns out, nope, she didn't make any, and then ends up losing a lot because she had to go into hiding for 3 weeks. So she wasn't doing her podcast. She wasn't doing her other appearances. So she was losing money. And how she gets out of it, I don't know. She's having to pay attorneys now and do all that. Not good. Not good. Marlin is on Coinbase. Marlin. It has a logo that looks like Algorand's. It trades as something called Pond. Scalable coprocessors for decentralized computing. Develop powerful applications by accessing and processing data verifiably. The GPU for on-chain execution. Write code using familiar languages and frameworks. Looks interesting. Why did they change their name from Pond to Marlin? And like I said, their logo looks like Algorand's logo. That's not really great. So how's the price done? 1.9. Yeah, it started way back in 2021. 25 cents. And it kind of just bear market 2022 just killed this thing. I don't know. Year to date, it's just about exactly where it started the year. Where you've got Dogecoin up 400% for the year, and this is like almost the same price. Not great. But you never know what'll happen to projects like that. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Bitcoin gets stuck and Doge jumps in price. Sure, Hen Daniel. On this channel, I try and get to everybody in the chat. I'm one of those few crypto YouTubers that actually pays attention. So I do these longer live streams so that I want to know what you guys think. Bonk is trying to move. Well, Bonk has that whole big token burn coming up this week. Over 1 trillion Bonk tokens. Did you guys see that? I posted that on X, this thing. Over 1.27 trillion tokens. We can actually see what the latest is. It's this website, burnmus.com. See what the latest number is. Oh, it's up to 1.37 trillion now. 1.37 trillion. So every time there's a tweet that uses the hashtag Let's Bonk, then they add another 100,000 bonk to the burn pile. And on Christmas Day, they're going to burn them all. So that it's up to 1.37 trillion now, bonk, that are going to be burnt. So the bonk price has generally been going up because of it. So everything else has been dropping, but bonk has actually been going up a bit. So that looks good for bonk. You had a buy order at 30 cents. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, so tomorrow on Monday, we will be talking about, on the live stream, it'll be our Santa Rally pre-Christmas holiday Dogecoin spectacular, or whatever I end up calling it. Maybe not spectacular, but I'll give it a good name. And that'll be our holiday live stream. You got a notification on Doge? Oh yeah, I did see something flash. Yeah, from Robinhood. Dogecoin is up. Nice. Agreed. She knows nothing about crypto. Yeah, the peak notifications too. No doubt they promised her riches. Yeah. Would I let the Hawk to a girl move into my house? No. No way. She's doing just fine. She'll be fine. She'll survive this thing. She'll get back to doing her Hawk to promotional things, and it'll be fine. But that's going to be a pain in the butt for a while for her while going through this legal thing around this crypto project. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. You remember the last bull run in May, fell off the cliff edge. Yes, it did. Been accumulating bits ever since. Sure, Mark. Good night. When the bonk gets burned, how will it affect the price? Well, you would think price would go up, right? Less bonk, more price. So bonk does have lots of trillions in its supply, 75 trillion. So you reduce that by 1.3 trillion, right? Essentially, it would go to 74.5. So that's good, right? Less in supply. However, I don't think it's going to be any of these in the circulating supply that they're going to burn. I think they still have another 20 trillion tokens that aren't in supply yet, and they're probably going to burn those. I don't know specifically. I have to look at that, which way they're going to do it. But either way, it does reduce the supply, which you would think would help people want to buy more because there's just lower supply. That's it. Jasmine moving, Markvit. Jasmine. See what we got. Yeah, about the same as Doge. Again, bouncing off support down here at 3.2 cents. This is our support line. But this is good. We want to see that keep going. Looks like we have IMX moving up. Nice. So we're starting to see some good action. Harmony 1 is moving up. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's go alts. alts. I think I said it at the beginning of the stream that I think Monday is going to be a good day for trading for the stocks and crypto. And this may be just the start of it. We'll see. Yeah, Matt, the burn again just reduces the supply. It just takes a chunk of supply out. So makes it a little more scarce, although it's got 75 trillion tokens. It's like, but you knock 1 trillion out of that. That's all. Yeah, Dogecoin's not going to do anything like that. Because Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. SHIB and Pepe are just tokens built on Ethereum. They have nothing to do with Dogecoin. There's no way to absorb tokens. Doge is Doge. It's its own thing. Yeah, Doge is rejecting at 32 right now. We'll see how that works overall. All right, gang. I'll be live tomorrow. Join me Monday. We'll have our pre-Christmas special. It's going to be fun. Probably have a video too tomorrow morning as well. A lot to talk about, a lot going on. Until then, I hope everyone has a great evening or morning. If you're in the EU or Singapore or wherever else you are, it's already Monday morning. Let's go Doge. And I'll see you next time. We'll see you.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.